we've gone through pretty much all of the major leg entanglements, so I wanted to actually, we've gone through basically getting the leg entanglements, maintaining the leg entanglements, a couple of submissions we can do from the major leg entanglements. Now I wanted to actually start spending some time in actually being able to enter the leg entanglement. So we're going to start with the straight Ashi for a couple of reasons. The main one is this of the leg entanglements. This is normally the easiest one to find. It doesn't require a lot of like positioning with my legs. I don't need to reap or anything. So this is one that's really easy to find, and it's kind of unique because it's also one where I have a few more I have ways to enter into this one that I can't really do with some of the other leg entanglements, just because it's not really the most efficient way to do things. So we're actually going to start in different ranges, so just stand up. So I want to first start with just trying to enter it from this sort of a seated guard position, which is automatically, I think, sort of a difference between straight Ashi and like cross Ashi, because straight Ashi I can actually enter from this position, okay? I can't really enter like, coming in here. I have to come here and like do all this sorts of weird stuff to enter cross Ashi, but I can enter inside a straight Ashi from this position pretty easily. So all I would need to do is basically get a grip and start coming into a shin on shin. And what I can do is pull my hips under him and shoot my legs through, or I can pull his knee to me and make him plant both of his hands. I actually want to do both. So first, if I pull myself under him, when I do that, I want to make sure I keep my knee on my chest. Because if I do it like this, I pull him out, okay? So you want to keep your butt off the ground and your knee to your chest, even if you aren't getting the reap, because now he just sits on your shin and you still have a guard, okay? And from there, all I have to do is wedge my foot onto his hip like that, and I can basically sort of extend my hips in this direction, and then get his butt to the ground, and now I'm in straight Ashi, okay? So, cool thing is this can actually be done as a guard pull as well. If you notice that he's got like his feet kind of apart, I can get if I can come in here and pull directly into a straight Ashi. I personally don't like doing this, but it can be done, okay? So for right now, I just want to practice with seated guard. Again, all we do, we come in here, shin on shin, grab both legs, pull our butt under him. We need to get him above his weight above ours. Where at the same time, bring your knee to your chest. And again, you don't want to be like this. I have no control like this. My butt has to be in the air. Everything here has to be nice and tight with no spaces. Okay? I should be on my shoulder blades right now. Now all I do is just extend my hips this way, and I bring him to his back. Okay? So let's start with that. Then we'll start with pulling it in and not scooting under him. So both have their advantages, both have their disadvantages. Okay? Work on that one, and then we'll go to the next entry. Okay, next entry. So same position, so this kind of seated against a standing opponent, okay? Now we're going to do it in the way you would actually enter for most leg entanglements in general, because as long as he has weight on his feet, for most leg entanglements, it's going to be hard to get into a leg entanglement, okay? All he has to do is put weight on his foot, and I'm kind of stuck, okay? This is what's unique about the open Ashi, is that, or the straight Ashi, is that you can actually, he can have weight, and then you can just slide under him and still get the leg entanglement. That's something you don't have a luxury of with a lot of the other ones, not all, but in general, you need to get weight off the foot in order to get into a leg entanglement. So we're going to basically work on that now. The long and the short of it is, the thing I want to make sure I do is I want to make him post both hands on the ground. The minute that happens, that's going to take weight off his feet, and then I can enter into the legs, okay? Easiest way here is I take my shin on shin, I'm going to pull back and to the side. I'm kind of going to spiral out, my head's going to go to this foot, and I'm going to kind of twist him in this direction. Now I have both hands on the ground. Now this looks nice and light. Now I can get my leg attack. Okay? You're going to see that movement a lot. So this is why it's good to know it at the very beginning. We're going to do similar motions in different guards later. But the main thing is shift his weight from his feet to his hands, and then his feet become light. And now I have my leg attack. Okay? You have a...
Yeah, I remember that last time it didn't really work for me. That's why I'm going to
Yeah, the main thing to remember is I don't want to pull back, I want to spiral, okay? I'm not trying to do this, because he can resist this pretty easily, okay? I'm trying to spiral this foot out this way, and I want basically I want his hands to point in this direction. So, and that I do that, and then I pull and I kick out with this lower foot like this. Okay? So, clear? I think you've seen this before. I don't think you need to. Okay. Let's work on that one now. Okay? Okay, guys. So, that's getting it from this kind of shin on shin. This is a fairly long range position. Okay, so we're going to take it a step closer. Jan goes down on his knees. On the knees. Yeah. And we're going to be in butterfly guard now. Okay? So we're a lot closer now. The first one that I did where I kind of shot my leg through just by pulling my waist under his, this is not going to work anymore. His hips are too close to the ground. Okay? This is where it's very important to be able to make him post on his hands. Okay? And that's exactly what we're going to do, in that we're basically going to come in, and I'm going to basically pull him forward and carry his weight on my hips. Like this. Okay? Now I can basically from here just pick a leg, and I can enter in. Okay? Really important, I don't want to, I want to carry his weight here. Okay, I see a lot of people, they try to pull the feet out and carry his weight on the soles of the feet. You don't want to do that. Yeah, people always put extra steps in. I don't understand either. But, I mean, if I just wanted to hold him in the air, this will be the best way, but I just want to get his hands on the ground. So I want to carry his weight here on my shins. Actually, kind of in that joint where my ankle meets, where my ankle is. That's where I want to carry his weight. And I don't need to quite go in this deep, but just something like this. This is enough, so I get my hands on his back, and I want to pull him in, and I want to have his weight on top of my weight, like this. Okay? Then just basically grab any leg, doesn't matter. The side of the leg that you grab, that's the leg that kicks through. Okay? So if I grab, one more, yeah, so if I come in here, and I grab this leg, I don't kick through with this leg. Because now he's actually going to be able to collapse down, yeah, and put me in a kind of a bad position. Okay?
Would it be an option to take the armpits?
I always lose. The problem, yes, you can if he's leaning into you. Mm-hmm. I always do this. The minute I start going here, people know what's going on, and they start to posture back. So that's why I like to come in here, because now I can pull him into me. So, but if he is already leaning into me, yeah, I can just do this. Yeah. If he leans in, yes. The problem is a lot of people are really passive, and the minute they see you going, you're like, no, back. So you're going to have to pull him in. So that's why I like to have my hands on his back. So, any questions? You want to see that?
No.
Okay, so let's work on that one now. Okay, so the next situation is that I'm in butterfly half, I'm in supine guard, but my opponent's not leaning into me. So he's not leaning into me. So he's more cagey, he's holding back. maybe he's got a couple of points advantage on me, and he's trying to just kind of stall the rest of the round out, and just kind of win on points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a scoop grip on this arm, and I'm going to do a frame on his armpit with my other arm. So this is less to keep his weight off of me, it's more so that I can push him away from me. And from here I can unhook my leg, and I want to basically kick, shove in this direction. So basically kind of putting him away from me like this, and then I can hit the straight Ashi again. Now I can start going into my different locks and all sorts of things, okay? So showing that again. Okay, so we're here. Again, he's not leaning into me, he's trying to stall out. Yeah, he wants to keep space. We're trying to yeah, exactly. So he's being a wimp, so I can get my scoop grip, underhook, throw him this way, and get my straight Ashi. Okay, let's show it from this side just so I can have both angles. Okay, so again, push. Okay, now come in here, butterfly half, unhook the leg, and really kind of shove him in the other direction with my leg and my arm, and then I can get straight off. And from here we can start going Z-locks and all sorts of fun things. Okay? Okay, so last entry from sort of this time we're assuming he's really close, trying to going for a cross face. Yeah, so really in tight now. Okay, I'm gonna have my same butterfly half, and now what I want to do is I want to take my hands, if they're both free, if I only have one hand free because he's like getting an underhook, then I at the very least want to have one hand on the armpit. And what I'm going to do is I want to shove him, I can't shove him this way because of his cross face. It's going to go against my head and block it. Okay? So what I want to do is bring my other arm in so he loses his underhook, and I want to push his shoulder over my head as I unhook with the bottom hook, rotate to my back, and kick with my butterfly hook. Like this. Okay? And now, again, just finish kicking through, and now I have my straight Ashi again. Okay? So, not that dissimilar, it's just the situation we start in is a bit different, but it's basically mechanically the same sort of thing. I'm just pushing in a different direction and kicking a bit more. Other than that, it's basically the same thing as we were doing in the last one. Okay? So we come in here, he gets this cross face, he's trying to pressure in because he actually wants to pass me this time. This hand, I take this part of I'm using this part of my hand in his arm. I'm kind of doing this sort of a grip. Okay? I don't want to try to do this. This actually tends to slip. I'm going to hook that in nice and tight with his elbow, with his shoulder, and this armpit here. I can unhook now. I go to my back. I kick with my leg and push with my arm. And I want to make sure I get my full arm extension here, where at the same time I keep the leg hooked in his leg. Okay? Now I can just put that foot on his hip, collapse bring everything together, and now I have my straight Ashi again. Yeah. Okay? So let's work on that last entry, and then we'll start doing some